Wow, Steven and Colton, y'all are the best step cousins ever.
I'm not related to you whatsoever.
Well, step bro, I'm just stuck under this table. You think you could help me come out of the table?
Step bro, I'm creaming right now. Oh God.
No, step bro, oh loyal, jeez.
I don't know what that voice was.
I was thinking like what's his name, Jerry Lewis.
I was thinking like Herbert from Family Guy, but like 50 years ago.
when he was actually young.
Yeah.
But hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Huggercast, the only podcast that doesn't get stuck in the laundry dryer thingy.
I shoot my load in the laundry.
Oh, you throw your load in the laundry, give it a nice sudsy wash?
No, I shoot my load in the laundry.
Oh, as in you come in the laundry.
Yes.
Oh.
Unusual choice of fabric softener, but we'll allow it.
But yeah, people might notice a different voice today.
Hey guys, it's my cousin Steven. How's it going,
Hi,
Steven?
I'm the cousin Steven. It's going pretty good. Life is unusual, but here we are.
Yeah, we actually have
Record scratch. You're probably wondering how I got here.
You're probably wondering how I got here. I was forced at gunpoint and blackmailed with things that I cannot let go out to the public. So here I am.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we had an episode actually that was supposed to come out almost a year ago, and it was a part 3 to our Star Wars special, but the files got corrupted. I don't know what happened, and yeah, so now we're here again.
Yeah. This is a cousin Steve. I'm sorry
Pretty
that
close, yeah.
Cousin Steve.
It sounded better in my head.
I was like, cousin Steve, yeah.
Yeah, last time we tried to do this, we got, like 5 hours of recording done,
we had a lot.
Nothing came of it there.
Yeah,
it was
that was a long episode.
The biggest lost pod.
Yeah, the lost pod. If I can ever recover it, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so we'll just be talking.
Oh yeah, you go. I was gonna take your spot. I'm sorry.
Damn, someone's leaving their corner. You know what happens when someone leaves their corner?
I'm sorry. I'm just. It's a beautiful early morning. I'm wide awake, firing on all cylinders.
Oh, you don't tell me. Tell your butthole. That's the thing that's gonna get punished for you leaving your corner.
Oh, the butthole's gonna get punished because my morning coffee. So.
Oh yeah. But today is gonna be kind of just like a family episode. You know, we got some family on the podcast, and we're gonna be talking about some family things.
Oh yeah, y'all told it in the lost episode, but how y'all reconnected?
Yes. So only recently me and my cousin Steven actually reconnected after what, like 14 years?
Dude, something like that, yeah, because, I mean, last time I remember seeing you, I was probably late elementary school, maybe early middle school,
Yeah,
maybe?
I want to say it was like 5th or 6th grade.
Yeah, and then we didn't reconnect until sometime last year or like late 2020.
Yeah.
So like...
Yeah, I think it was like right like COVID time.
That's like 10, 15 years, something crazy like that.
It
Yeah.
was because of Zuck Daddy, right?
Yeah. The Zuck
actually.
man. The Zucky Wucky Uwu.
Yeah, for once he didn't just ban us. He actually did something useful.
He actually was like, wow, family, come.
I don't know why I pictured you saying it like a mobster, just like family.
Family. Dominic is family.
Channeling his inner Dom Toretto meets Zuck.
Oh, hey guys, it's family. It's important.
Smoking the family.
We must smoke the family. We are here smoking the meats. We are applying the sweet baby rays.
That is still the most awkward video I think I've ever watched. It's something about it is just incredibly unnerving to me.
Listen, we can make fun of him all we want, but he has a hot Asian wife, so I can't. I can't.
I actually have no idea what his wife looks like.
She's an Asian lady.
I do love Oh, you go.
I was gonna say I have no idea what you're talking about.
In the background of the smoking. Oh, you haven't seen the smoking meats video?
No,
it's a video. It's a live stream where Mark Zuckerberg is like in his backyard with some friends and his wife. and he just talks so awkwardly. He's like, we are smoking the meats. Like, there's a counter of how many times he says smoking meats throughout that live stream. And he's like, we are applying the sweet baby rays.
That's right. It's just been so long since I've heard anyone talk about that video.
That video is a classic. It's so good.
You can't go wrong with a Zucky.
The weird thing is that like the dude's like multi billionaire, and I like Sweet Baby Ray's. There ain't nothing wrong with Sweet Baby Ray's, but you would think that like
you could afford something better.
Yeah, something a little bougier.
I will say, so Sweet Baby Ray's is top tier. It is S tier, maybe A tier.
I can never find my favorite Sweet Baby Ray's flavors, honey chipotle, and I don't even know if they make it anymore because I've been to like 5 different HEBs trying to find it. I can't find it.
Have you checked Amazon?
Yeah, you checked online.
I have not.
Maybe? No, you got it. Yeah, yeah.
I will say I was going to Walmart at like 9 o'clock last night, as one does, and they just had a pallet of Sweet Baby Ray's being unloaded, and I was like, man, I feel like the recession didn't hit Sweet Baby Ray's because it's still like $2.
Well, yeah. I think because like oh my god, are you okay, Colton?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just died a little bit.
I think because barbecuing was something that you could still do at home during COVID. Like, if you were able to find meat during COVID, I mean, you could you could just get some Sweet Baby Ray's and barbecue in your backyard. There is one barbecue sauce I like not way more, but a decent amount more than Sweet Baby Ray's, and that's Stubbs.
I finally tried Stubbs not too long ago. It's delicious.
Stubbs is amazing.
Yeah, I haven't been to Stubbs in a while.
I've never been to the actual like brick and mortar store, but
yeah.
I'm trying to think what my favorite barbecue sauce is.
My favorite sauce, there's a place in where I used to live in Temple. Well, really it's in Belton, but it's called Miller's, and it's always like a top rated. It's like always up there with Franklin's, but like never. It's really, really good, but it's like there's never a line longer than like 15 people out the door. And it's small town barbecue, so it's always so good. It's so good. Their house sauce is really good.
Now see what happens is after getting my chicken legs, putting them in some nice boiling water, and then I grab the Kraft barbecue sauce, and then I just slather it all up in there.
Don't diss on Kraft. Kraft barbecue sauce comes in clutch when you can't find nothing else.
It does, but it doesn't taste very good.
I mean, neither does anything from Kraft.
Yeah, it's the bare minimum of like, this will get you through. People won't complain, but they're not gonna be like, oh, that shit's good.
As a kid, I didn't complain, but then I had it recently, and I was like, oh.
I will say though, we talking shit on Kraft mac and cheese. Another one. I know
Kraft
it's not good.
Mac. You can always,
it slaps sometimes though.
You can always.
Yeah, it's like the good.
And I'll just say you can always count on Kraft mac and cheese.
Yeah, it's like the nostalgia factor, kind of like, you know, if you're going to do a grilled cheese, like Kraft sliced cheese is not really good or really cheese, but like nothing is fucking better on a grilled cheese. It is
not good, but also not really cheese. So
I tried for the first time not too long ago doing grilled cheese with mayonnaise on the bread.
Oh yeah.
To help toast it. I was a little hesitant at first. Like, I like mayonnaise, but I was like, I don't know about this. It was delicious. It's like the perfect crispy like toast. It's so good.
No, a friend of mine, she made a sandwich for me a little while back, and with the mayo, and I was like, oh my god.
Speaking of sandwiches, I know this has nothing to do with family, and this is supposed to be the family episode. But where I'm living now, I go to Quick Trip all the time because it's like the best gas station in the world.
It really is.
Have y'all tried their brisket grilled cheese sandwich that they do?
What?
It is legitimately like really good. My wife told me about it one time. I was like, why would I get brisket from a gas station? And it's not like high quality brisket, but it's something about it on the grilled cheese. It's just delicious. It's one of my favorite sandwiches now.
Really good, actually. Because I mean, Buc-ee's has some good barbecue.
Ooh, yeah. I just like Buc-ee's in general.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Bussey's. I love going to Bussey's. It's one of my favorite places. Man, in our house we cannot get enough Bussey.
Bussey.
We just can't. We're Bussey fanatics.
The one nice thing is I actually, where I work now is not too far from a Buc-ee's, so I get to go there way more than I used to.
Oh yeah, I love the store too. Yeah.
It's just fun.
Yeah, I love Boosie's, and I also love the store. Listen, all you got to say is, listen, if the women don't start acting right, femboys are the next logical step.
I just can't get over the dangly bits.
We just ignore them. We ignore them like a condiment or like a vegetable that you don't really like on your sandwich. You just kind of pretend it isn't there.
Oh no, I can't do that. I have to remove it.
And I have to perform surgery at that moment.
Where's my knife?
What's your opinion on this, Steven? Hello?
Wait just a second, guys. There's a weird noise coming from my bedroom. I will be right back.
In the seas cooking with the red.
I have been able to hear y'all for like 30 seconds, but it just like started not letting me say anything.
Jeez, that's odd.
You're being censored. Big government's getting to you.
You're being shadow banned.
Okay, and update on the weird noise from my bedroom. I thought my dog was moaning in pain. It's not that. There's somebody apparently outside with like a saw grinder or something working on the stairwell, and it's just making this weird like.
I thought my dog was moaning in pain. I went outside. Someone's just jerking off my dog. It's the funniest thing.
It was moans of pleasure.
Funniest thing.
Oh no.
We were asking Steven what you thought of the femboy conversation.
Dude, like I said, y'all got clipped out for a few seconds, so I didn't hear the last bit of what y'all were talking about.
It was involved pocket knife surgery.
Yeah, and I was saying that if the women don't start acting right, femboys are the next logical step.
I can't. I don't think I could.
Guys do really make the best girls these days.
Not either.
That's all I gotta say.
Sometimes it takes a real man to become best girl.
Exactly.
We got to go check Derek's Tinder preference settings.
Oh, don't go there. No.
Too slow. You can't catch me.
Gotta be quicker than that.
I just picture it like if Derek ever did hook up with a femboy, he's so memey that like at some point he'd do the Shadow the Hedgehog. Nice cock.
Nice cock, bro. There's a picture of Shadow the Hedgehog where he's like Super Shadow from the game, and it just says looks feminine enough.
I think I've seen you share that one.
Oh man! So Steven, tell us about. We'll talk about some nice family memories that we have together.
The like 5 that we remember.
The 5 that we have before separating.
Dog, I was cleaning up, completely related but not related. I was cleaning up the other day. I found, and I can only imagine it came from hanging out with y'all, but I found a copy of Pokemon Pinball, and I'm pretty sure that was your copy that you let me borrow.
That's where that went.
I wonder how much that's worth now.
We have to see.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't have a Game Boy Advance or like an old DS anymore to play it, see if it still works. So I have no idea, but I found some of my old games, and I found that in there. I was like, I didn't know that my mom didn't buy this for me. So I was like, where did it come
this
from?
Isn't mine.
So that may have been the last time we hung out that I unintentionally, or maybe intentionally, I don't remember, stole your Pokemon copy of Pokemon Pinball.
That's why y'all stopped hanging out. He was just like, I gotta get away with the perfect crime. I can never see Derek again. He actually lived like 2 roads over from you.
I was like, yep, I haven't spoken to Steven since the rat bastard took my copy of Pokemon Pinball.
I'm picturing it's just every time you were at work, you'd go over and visit, and he's like super close with everybody else in your family.
He's like,
Oh, man.
You come over, my mom makes enchiladas for you, and then by the time I come home, you're gone.
Dude, the one thing your mom always used to tell me about your mom was that she was the only one in the family who got the cooking
That's what my mom tells me too.
My mom could not cook for shit. Like,
that's
horrible.
Very
my mom had 2 settings, raw and burned, and neither of them was good.
Yeah, I will say that my mom has always been a pretty good cook.
Yeah. Dog, like one time I was at school, I banned my mom from baking after a little while.
Mom, you are banned now.
Dude,
I'm picturing you at like 12 years old just being like, Mom, I'm sorry, but I'm having to take the oven privileges away.
You got like a little judge's hammer, you got a little gavel, you're like, I'm
dog,
banning.
it was kind of like that. I was 15, maybe 16. I was in high school. I was coming back from school during the day. My brother was at home, and him and my mom made some like box mix brownies, which, you know, not that hard. I came home, I was like, yeah, I was like, fuck yeah, like brownies. Like I wanted some brownies, and I went to go eat them, and they're like thin as shit. And I'm like, okay, like maybe they just didn't spread the batter well or whatever. And I go to take a bite of them, they're all like dry as shit, like really bad. I'm like, why does this just literally flake apart? Like there's something missing in here. Dog, they forgot to put eggs. There's literally 3 ingredients. They put water, oil, and powder. There was no eggs. I was like, are you fucking stupid? And I was like, look, if we're gonna buy more box mixed shit, like, y'all just aren't allowed to touch it. Like, that's just, or I'm not gonna eat it. Like, that's just how it's gonna go.
You put some caution tape over like where the kitchen is.
Some type of like weird biometric access, like he has to scan his eye for the door to unlock.
Dude, my stepdad, yeah, we're just talking about my family shit cooking. My stepdad, for perspective, I didn't have good barbecue until I was probably like 18. My stepdad would barbecue once or twice a month. But he'd buy like a bunch of cheap meat, like, well, not always. He usually got kielbasa, but like his preferred way to grill stuff was to char it until it's black on the outside. And I didn't have a non-burned chicken leg from him until I was like 16, 17, when I said, hey, can we try maybe cooking it a little bit less so it's not like
hey yo
ash
Pops,
and
can we
that I'm
like
eating?
Not burn the food this time?
Yeah, like he couldn't rationalize this concept. Like I asked him, and it just tasted so much better. He's like, yeah, I don't know how y'all like it like that. Like it just don't taste good to me. And I'm like, old man, you must go. Like
you must go. Pulls out a gun.
Was he like a? This is gonna sound kind of weird, but was he like a smoker or anything?
No, but he did drink like. Jesus Christ, like, let me see, when I last, man, he was probably at least 37, 40 plus years drinking, so it killed it killed some of his taste. Like, the only thing the man drank was, like, Old Milwaukee, so, like, literally just the cheapest piss water you could find.
Dad is a man's man then. Just like, I don't care about flavor. I just want to get drunk.
I had never heard of that beer. I just had to Google it right now.
It's like the cheapest thing you can buy. Well, at least it was
not good.
He, like, on a good weekend, he'd start Saturday at like 10 a.m., go until Sunday at like 3 or 4 in the morning. Dude would just be out there like throwing them back. He could finish a 36 pack by himself.
That doesn't sound like something a doctor would recommend.
No.
Nope. Nah, but he worked for Saws, you know, the water company for San Antonio. He worked for them for like almost 30 years.
God dang.
Like, while putting down at least a 12-pack every weekend. Like, for all his faults, I don't know how that man's liver was still functioning.
Some people are just blessed with it. It seems to be those dudes that work like actual, like, that sounds like a pretty manly job. Just like water department, just like, I go clock in, come home, crack open a beer.
I bet when the dude was young, he got like hella hoes.
Well, no. So what happened was he ended up having a kid when he was like 16, maybe 18. He was pretty young. So he had 2 kids pretty quickly. And then another son about 5 or 6 years later. And his mom also died when they were super young. So, like, he dropped out of school when he was in, like, 6th grade to help start working for his dad. Very typical old Hispanic Mexican.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, that's our grandpa's kind of not the kid, but that's the kid. That's like our grandpa's story from what my mom told us, that he dropped out at like 8th grade to start working.
Yeah.
That's wild to me that, like, and that's still a pretty common thing that just people will do that. Like, I admire it, but there is no way in hell I could do that.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean, that was just back then when you could be like, I'm really good at this one specific task. I will make this a business and I will be successful and I will be able to afford lunch for a family of 4.
Yeah.
It cracks me up. Like, my grandparents kind of did the same thing on my mother's side. My grandpa makes sense. He dropped out, I think, in 6th grade because he was dyslexic, and this was kind of before they really knew how to handle that, so he just kind of had no hope.
Yeah.
My grandma, though, I don't understand, dropped out in 11th grade.
So she was almost done.
Yeah, it was like you could have just finished, and your life would have been so much better.
Or just gotten like a GED or something, even a few years later.
Yeah, no, she didn't get her GED until she was, like, I want to say in her late 40s, early 50s.
Dang.
Well, yeah, I guess at least she got it.
Yeah, my stepdad, he, let me see, he had a hard time reading and writing. So he carried a little notepad around to write, but all he ever wrote were capital letters it was never really confirmed, but he had bad eyesight, so he had glasses, but I'm pretty sure he was also dyslexic. But, you know,
it makes sense.
It would have been, 45, 50 years ago. So yeah, like you said, they just didn't handle it right back then.
That's interesting.
They kind of just yell at you like, why don't you understand? My brain don't work.
That's how they handled everything back then. They were like, oh, do you have Down syndrome? Nah, you're just crazy, bro.
They give you cocaine, you'll be fine.
Yeah, give him a little.
A better time.
He's like, oh shoot, are you gay? Nah, bro, you just must be like possessed or something.
Them icky gay demons just got me craving cock. I can't help it.
And I just like a very fabulous gay demon, just like going around possessing people.
It's time.
Oh my god, that's funny.
We're gonna get canceled, guys.
Nah, it's okay. It's Pride Month. We're just we're talking about why we're gay.
That's true. And yeah, so if we engage in gay activities, it cancels out.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Because the most homophobic jokes I've ever heard come from gay people.
This is very true. It's kind of like the most racist jokes you hear are from other black people. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that one.
Well, no, he said jokes. White people are way better at just being straight up racist.
yeah, I was like, maybe not like actual opinions described. You want to hear a funny black joke? I wouldn't let my daughter date one of them porch monkeys. Am I right?
That's a white person joke.
I was like, that's just an opinion said in a funny way, I guess.
Not even in a funny way. You're just stating what you believe, and you know people don't like it, and that's what you find funny about it.
And then you start laughing. You're like, no, dude, that's my favorite black joke. Watermelon.
Jesus Christ.
It's okay. Once they find out that I'm black, they won't really have a defense against it.
Self-hating black man.
No, I think that's what Hogwarts classifies as a defense against the dark arts, Derek.
Man, I don't know what that reminded me. I've had the urge lately to play. I used to have Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets on the GameCube.
Ooh.
And like, it's not a good game, but I've got a craving to play it again, and I don't know why.
We talked about that was the first episode we talked about that game.
Oh, really?
It's entertaining, and I don't know why.
That was another thing that connected me and Steven was like games and like Also, you got me into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Naruto. Oh, was it Yu-Gi-Oh? Okay.
Yeah, well, we were like 6. I remember you showed me what you also tried to get me into Beyblade. You tried very hard to convince me that it was cool. And I was like, listen.
That sounds about right. I thought Beyblade was the coolest shit ever.
Even as a 6-year-old, I was like, all right, man. I
don't know about this.
I don't know about that one. But Yu-Gi-Oh was dope.
Yeah.
I remember one time you and Arthea came, and your brother came to our apartment, and we played the Naruto game. The Naruto Ultimate Ninja.
Yeah, Ultimate Ninja 2.
Dude, that was when Ultimate Ninja 2 had just came out not too long ago.
Yeah, I remember because I hadn't played that one yet, and I remember we were doing the special, and I specifically remember Jiraiya summoning the giant toad on the far side of the screen, and you're just throwing fire at me across the screen, and I kept losing. Nowadays, I can't be touched at Naruto.
Oh, is it a challenge? What's going on?
This is what came out of it last time, Derek. We said we were going to play against each other, but we never did. It's been a year.
Yeah, it's true. The thing is that I still have my... I don't know if my old PS2 still works. But...
Hey, there is right now, I don't know... I know Derek has a PlayStation. I don't know if Steven does.
I got that PS5.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I've got a Nintendo Switch, and that's it.
The Switch is pretty based.
Yeah,
I love my Switch, but right now for PS Plus, one of the games is a Naruto game.
What?
Yeah, it's
Which one?
My wife was interested in it, but I was like, I'm not gonna have that shit on my console.
You're like, I will not have this devil work in my house.
I was like, you keep that on your Kindle and iPad. You don't touch my stuff with it.
You become one of those really religious parents, but like it's only against Naruto and nothing else.
Oh no, it's against anime in general.
What if your kids like anime? You're gonna be like, no.
Oh, they're not my kids then.
Listen, you can be gay, you could be trans, this or non-binary, that. I swear to God.
The second I see you doing those fucking hand signs, though, you're out of the house.
You're like, Dad, I'm 11.
just copying what I said.
You know what I was doing when I was 11?
Your
I
mom.
was drinking beer, fucking bitches, and smoking weed. Get cool, son.
get wrecked, son. And then you can tell all your business buddies, like, yeah, there was this time that I completely wrecked my son with facts and logic. You know, the snowflake, the libtard. It was incredibly based.
I saw a TikTok the other day that cracked me up, where it's like some kid crying to his dad about how the kids are bullying him.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You think it's gonna be like the dad being all like helpful, and it's like him going to the bullies to give him even more things to tease him about. It's gonna be me.
God. Speaking of PlayStation Plus, this is current. They just came out with the new PlayStation Plus Premium, where you can stream like PS1, PS2, PSP, and PS4 and PS5. Although the PS3 games you can't. You can stream, but you can't download. Everything else you can download, but for whatever reason, the PS3 games you have to stream.
It's something with the emulation. I just don't think. I think a PS5 probably could handle it, but it's just such a weird architecture. It's hard to emulate.
That's true. I remember the big problem game developers had with the PS3. It was just hard to make software for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's part of the reason the 360 took off so crazy, just because it was a lot easier to adopt.
It was basically just like programming for a PC at that point.
Dude, 360? Hell yeah.
Good old Red Ring of Death.
Those
I know. I had one that I was like, I think I got one in like 2015 or 2016.
Oh yeah, I remember you texted me. You were like, "Yeah, I just bought a 360," and I was like, "Colton," I was like, "How long have you been in hypersleep?"
I just got it solely to play the Skate series, but that lasted till like 2020, and it was old when I bought it. It finally red ringed, and I was like, "Damn."
I got one of the newer models for Christmas that didn't red ring. It was the one with the Kinect. The only problem, four whole gigabytes of data.
Yeah, it's so weird at the time too. Like when it released, it's like this isn't a lot, but like it'll do you well enough. And now it's anything less than like a terabyte's like it's not worth it.
Remember when you could buy those like add-on hard drives that were just like so awkward shaped that you would slide it instead?
Yes. Yep. I wanted one, but I never got one.
My brother ended up using a flash. You could like Xbox format flash drives to use.
Yeah, that's what my brother ended up doing too.
Yeah, I had a little USB drive that had all my Skate DLC on it.
Oh man, that's a throwback.
Tell me you're. This whole podcast is just tell me you're a virgin without telling me you're a virgin.
I'm married.
Yeah, I bet you don't get no pussy either. I mean,
I don't want to hear it.
It just reminds me of that Lonely Island song, Diaper Money, where one of them's talking about how he can get sex from his wife whenever he wants, except that she hates him, so she never gives him. So she never gives him sex.
I don't know that I've heard that one in so long.
Yeah, go look up the Lonely Island Diaper Money. It still holds up.
I will have to. That sounds hilarious.
Oh man, dude, what I'm waiting for is like when they have on the PlayStation Premium, when they have anime games on the PS2 section. If they have like Dragon Ball games that you could play on PS5 that were on PS2, I will cry.
Man, yeah.
Or if they have like the Naruto Ultimate Ninja series, especially if they add an online.
Gonna nut.
If they add an online mode, I will go on and I will just mollywop everyone.
The thing that throws me off is when I play newer games in the series and then I go back to play the old games and I try to like use the combos or things that like they've changed in the series. It always throws me off trying to play the older games.
Yeah, because the old Naruto Ultimate Ninja games were that 2.5D, like Street Fighter-esque. And then the new ones are arena fighters.
Yeah.
Are they any good?
The new ones or the old ones?
Any of them. Like, are they legitimately actually good, or are they just nostalgic fun?
I think after, like, the first one is very dated. It's really slow, and it's like, if you go back to play it. The second one was a little better, and I think the third and fourth ones are really good. Yeah,
for sure. I think the problem with Naruto games is they are very hit or miss. Like, my favorite Naruto games were, I think it was called Road to Ninja. It was a game created for, like, the 360.
Oh, Path of a Ninja.
Path of a Ninja, yeah, and they only did like half the storyline, and they never did a sequel for it to like finish out.
No, they ended up doing one sequel.
Oh, did they? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Naruto: The Broken Bond. It was pretty much like a sequel.
Oh yeah, I liked it because that was like really the first like 3D style game, but that was semi-open world. I really, really enjoyed it. Like, they really did the whole, like, you've got to, like, practice your chakra training to, like, learn how to, like, walk on, like, it made you feel like you were more a part of the story rather than just, like, doing fights and fetch quests.
That sounds like the one that's on PS Plus right now. It's like you create your own ninja, because Kaylee was looking at it.
Yeah, that one is, I forgot the name of it.
But yeah, you create your own ninja and train, like, I was like, oh, I thought you just fight as the main story characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted. What is it? I'm trying to think when it was called. Oh, Naruto Boruto Shinobi Striker, right?
Yes, that's it.
The thing is, I played it and I was excited. I was like, ooh, you get to create your own ninja, but I don't like the fighting style.
Yeah, I haven't played the Boruto games yet.
It's like, well, half it's not even fighting. Like, you jump around and, like, play tag. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And then, like, the fight, you can fight, but it's just really awkward to control. I don't like it. But the Ultimate Ninja Storm
thing possible, jumping around.
That's true. But I do like the Ultimate Ninja Storm games better for, like, arena fighters.
Oh, yeah. So the Storm games, I think, were the like, pinnacle of the, like, arena fighter stuff. Storm 3 is perfection. Ooh, I love that game.
It's a great game. Yeah, Colton, what's your favorite Naruto game?
I was about to say, I'm going to agree with you all on this, because I've never played any of them.
Yeah, I'm sad that you missed out on the Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi games. Now those...
I just remember watching Derek play that when we were in San Marcos, and I did not understand a single thing that was happening.
I remember you watched me. I was playing Raging Blast 2 on the 360.
They were the most confusing, just shit happening all over, and I was like, "How do you control this?"
I think I was trying to explain it to you too. I was like, "Yeah, what you do is you just hold the R button with one of the buttons, and you."
Yeah, you were speaking an alien language, my friend.
What's funny is, like, with Bandai Namco, after creating, like, Naruto and the Dragon Ball Z games, all their fighters afterwards were pretty much just reskinned versions of those games.
Yeah.
And so, like, if you play one of them, you can pretty much play all of them.
Yeah, because I remember playing one of the My Hero games. I don't know if that's Bandai Namco as well. But,
they seem to do a lot of the anime fighters.
Yeah. The My Hero games are really fun, or at least the first one was. I need to play the second one. I need to catch up on the series too.
You can skip it.
It's good. It's good.
I've heard mixed things about it.
Nah, don't listen to the haters. My Hero was great.
I do have a dirty little secret though.
Oh.
There's a new anime that Kaylee was watching that I didn't hate.
Yeah, I think you told me about that.
It's called Spy Family.
Dude, Spy Family is the shit.
I haven't watched it.
Like, I was watching it with her, and I was like, normally I just like turn this off. I don't want to watch this, but I was like, you can leave this one on. This ain't too bad.
I will not. You will not have to sleep outside tonight, wife.
Dude, Spy Family is so good.
It's very entertaining. I like the dynamic just of the characters.
Yeah, it's every anime child's fantasy having a functional family unit.
I don't know. I watched Girls Bravo when I was like 14. That was my fantasy.
I don't know
Is
what that
a
is.
Johnny Bravo sequel.
I guess kind of. It's about this kid. He's like 14 or 15. He goes in. I don't know if he goes into like a portal or something, and he falls into a world that's all women. And then
Sounds like Derek's fantasy.
Yeah, I saw it when I was around the age of the main character, and I was like, this is amazing. And there's like he brings one of the girls back to like the regular world, and there's like
she becomes a cock hungry whore.
I mean, kind of. There's like a 5-minute scene where she's eating a banana.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah. Horrible, right? I would, man, the worst.
Derek was like, I didn't rewind it 7 times in a row.
I didn't watch that like every day.
You had it as your iPhone wallpaper.
I somehow managed to make a GIF, my wallpaper. I jailbroke my iPhone just to do it. Man, remember those were the days, jailbreaking iPhones?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's still a thing, but I don't feel like it's as prevalent as it used to be.
It's just not worth it anymore.
Look at my Shrek background where all the icons are Shrek themed.
Look at our new feature in iOS 15, which was jailbroken 10 years ago.
It came out on Android 8 years ago.
That's just how it always is. And then iPhone heads are like, oh, it's so good, so good, so revolutionary. Tim Cook, please give me your Tim Cock.
Pride Month.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Arby's.
We got the meat.
We got the schmeats.
Man, I went to Arby's for the first time in years not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't terrible.
Ain't half bad. They got the curlies.
Especially they have that like smokehouse brisket sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
My only experience with them in like the last decade was I went there for lunch one day. I don't even remember what I ordered. I probably ordered the roast beef sandwich. But I figured out they use the exact same curly fries as Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
They have their curly fries are delicious.
They're good.
Yeah,
they're good curly fries.
That'd be the only reason to go back.
Mm.
I could see that.
Yeah. They have that dip sandwich though, the one where they dip in the au jus. Ooh.
Oh, that's so good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I haven't had theirs, but just like in general, French dips are delicious.
There needs to be a good sandwich place somewhere.
You got to go to Schlotsky's, bro.
You got to go to Sloppy Toppies?
Yes. Now, have you ever been to a Schlotsky's though?
I think there was one that used to be like in the city base area, and but it was like a decade ago.
They're very tasty. They're very good.
Schlotsky's is like the Austin sandwich place that went to other places but didn't stay as Austin-y. Like they kind of have like a modern-ish trendy aesthetic, but yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah.
Do you remember what was the Subway competitor that like you just don't see anymore?
Quiznos?
Quiznos. What the? I used to like Quiznos as a kid. Like what happened to it?
I liked him better than so. Actually, I watched a whole that I think he's the corporate man or something.
Oh,
like
Company
that.
Man.
Company Man. Yeah, he did a whole video on like the rise and fall of Quiznos, and it was because they expanded too fast. They were franchising to like anybody, and so they had a bunch of stores that were just complete shit, and it ruined the image.
That sucks because you know what that's the one that was in like the city base area that like a decade ago, not a Schlotsky's, but like it was good because like you were able to get like a nice hot sandwich.
You know, I liked, like I said, I like Quiznos more than Subway.
Yeah, that was some good food.
I feel like the only place I see Quiznos these days is if I'm at a gas station and they have the sandwiches that are pre-made in the like little heating container. I always see them Quiznos branded, but like not an actual restaurant anymore.
Yeah, I think that there's very few left in America.
There's just a bunch of random YouTube rabbit holes I've been going down. Like there's like just weird channels like Company Man that I'm like, this is really entertaining.
It's just fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a binge of a different kind of information.
Yeah. I've gone down film YouTube a lot recently. There's some really good film YouTubers.
That one doesn't surprise me, though. That fits Derek very much.
Yeah. Like, there's a guy named High Top Films. I'm a big fan of his.
That's actually a pretty good name.
Yeah. And he makes his own films, too. Like, he has some really good... He adds, like, a lot of cinematography and stuff to his own videos. It's pretty
He's
cool.
an artiste.
He is. Some people hate him because they think he's pretentious, but... I mean, they're not wrong, but I like his videos. You have to be a true film artiste.
Artiste.
It's like a film. Never mind. But Steven, do you have any YouTube rabbit holes that you've been going down?
There was a YouTuber who used to put out videos called Low Spec Gamer. He essentially what he did was like, you have shit hardware, here's how to run the latest AAA titles by like absolutely destroying the graphic quality for like
I feel like
30
I've heard of that
FPS
before.
instead of 4. But he stopped doing a lot of gaming videos and he started doing a lot of like, here's the history behind the development of like this particular game system or whatever. And he covered like the development all the way up to the Game Boy Color. And even through the Nintendo DS, I think some of the DS as well from Nintendo from a bunch of interviews that were put out. So I got really into him for a while because he was putting out like 30-minute videos every couple weeks.
Oh, that type of stuff's fascinating
Yeah.
to me.
It's so interesting.
Yeah, so that was probably one of the bigger ones that I've gotten done recently.
I like watching videos of like failed gaming systems and like the home hardware. Those are always interesting
Like
to me.
the Nokia N-Gage, that was one.
That's one.
I
Or
would
just like
see
how
that one a lot.
it wasn't a complete failure, like it did decently, but like how bad the launch of the Sega Saturn was.
Yeah, or even like a modern wise, the Wii U, the poor
Oh,
Wii
yeah.
U.
It was, I think, all in the name. If they would have named it something else, I think it would have done way better.
Even just like
Yeah.
the Wii 2, like something stupid like that would have made. Or what about
the Super Wii or
Yeah, or what about the I had a good name a while back, but I forgot about it.
the Wii Woo.
Yeah, it might have been like something like the Wii Woo or something like that.
Super Wii Woo 64.
Exactly. Just 64 just for no reason. The Nintendo Switch 64, the 3DS 64.
See, I would be sold on that though because I loved the N64. So
Dude, everyone loved the Nintendo 64.
Hey, yo, that
Like-
controller was terrible though. Come on.
I mean,
Come on,
yeah,
let's be real.
A
Let's be
dick
real
claw of
here.
a controller.
okay, I got serious topic to debate real quick.
Mhm.
What is the best video game controller?
Ooh.
It's for me. It's somewhere between I guess any of the DualShocks. I guess mainly the newest one, the DualShock 5, and then the 360.
Yeah, I'm really partial to the 360. For
Mhm.
nostalgia reasons, I really like the GameCube controller, but
That's
I
the right
hate
answer.
C-stick.
Yeah.
I hate the C-stick with a
Yeah,
passion.
the little yellow stick. Yeah.
The nub, but the ergonomic design of it, it is the most comfortable controller to hold. It
Yeah.
just works so well.
And then you see like the like retro consoles coming, they're relaunching some of them, and they come out with the like old rectangular controllers, and you're like, how the fuck did people play this?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
waiting. I'm waiting for a GameCube Mini. They better have a GameCube Mini.
Dude, I will buy that in a
Dude,
heartbeat.
If they have Double Dash, I will cry. I miss playing Double Dash.
They have to. They have to have like Melee, Double Dash. If they can get the rights to it, Sonic Adventure 2, which they're real buddy with Sega now, so they have to.
Yeah. I would fear for a mini GameCube that it would just be like $300. Like
I would still pay.
I'll pay. I'll beg for extra tips when I bartend.
contribute
Please
to
feed my
video game
gaming
fund.
addiction.
I'll put on the tip jar. One like funding for the GameCube Mini, and I'm sure like tons of people will understandable. Here's $100.
Yeah.
There's one more YouTube rabbit hole I want to discuss real quick before we get into questions. There's a YouTuber. His name is Cartoon Review. He did a series reviewing every single Cartoon Network video game licensed, and they're all like 20-minute videos. Like, and the thing is, he has bits of humor in the videos, but he takes every single game extremely like seriously. Like, he's like, all right, here's the game design. He's never like, whoa, look at this piece of junk. Like, even if it's bad, he'll like talk about the gameplay, the mechanics, what makes it bad. And now that he finished all the Cartoon Network ones, he's on to Nickelodeon games, and I'm like, this is great.
Oh, Nickelodeon games, that on PlayStation Plus right now too, is that Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl or whatever?
Yeah, you know what, they just
Not good.
Not good. They just added voice acting as DLC.
It's
finally.
I was trying to play it with Jacob the other day, and it's just not great. I was like, I'd rather play Smash Bros.
There's just nothing to do.
Everything is a Smash Bros clone right now.
There's
and nothing
no
is
story.
Anywhere is good.
There's no story mode. There's no personality. For a good while, there was no voice acting. It's like, why would you do this?
Money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Multiverses comes out soon. That looks awesome.
I have high hopes.
Multiverses looks sick.
Like, when is that releasing?
Sometime next year, right?
I thought it was later this year, but I really don't know to be sure. But, I mean, obviously they are somewhat catering to fans if they made Ultra Instinct Shaggy a thing.
Oh, like Scoob.
Yeah.
My power is that I'm going to say the N-word.
That's only 1% of his power.
I mean, are you going to be the one to tell him no?
Maybe.
I'd be too scared.
Exactly. He'll use 2% of his power and he'll turn you into dust.
I don't see that as a problem.
It's like, I will be dust.
This is a win-win. Either I stop him being racist or I die.
Wow. A fate worse than death. He will turn you into his femboy slave.
Oh, yeah, I'm not, no.
Like, yeah, you're locked in the basement like hogtied. You just see he opens the door. His aura is just like burning yellow, and he's like, it's time to put on the maid outfit, man.
Oh, I don't like this.
I don't like this either. Especially since it's about me.
Do you remember when the memes for that John F. Kennedy character from Clone High were
yes.
around? There was one where it was someone did the voice and it was like, I don't care what gender you are, put on the maid outfit.
I saw that one.
Right.
Why did the maid outfit memes become so popular?
Listen, either you get it or you don't, and listen.
See, I don't think, like, I even went to with some friends. I was roped into going to a maid cafe.
Ah, rope, sure. Yeah,
it was.
I'm sure you were. They just tied.
It was
you by
incredibly.
your hand. Yeah.
It was entertaining, but not for the reasons that everybody else thought it was entertaining. I was laughing so because they held it at a normal bar. They couldn't even afford to rent the whole bar out. So half the bar is just like the normal patrons, just like watching all the weird weeaboo shit going on. It was the funniest thing.
That's really funny.
Yeah, that doesn't sound totally great to have a bunch of maids like pretend to laugh at your jokes and smile at you and tell you nice things. That's stupid. That sounds what a bunch of losers.
There was one that came up to our table and she was trying to stay in character. I was like, you don't have to do this. Like, you could talk to me like a normal person. And she's like, oh, and I was like, please, actually don't do this. Just treat me normal.
Yeah, it's like the Drake meme where like he goes up to a prostitute and she's like, I'll $50 get you whatever you want. You could do, I'll do whatever you want. And he's like, you can do better. And then he gives her the $50. That's what that reminded me of just now. Yeah, Steven, that's lame, right? Like, who would want to go to one of those, right? Yeah.
They do pop-up ones pretty often. I'll have to send you what it was like Monster Maid Cafe or something.
Yeah,
I'll send you the details.
Send me the details so I can make sure to avoid it, right? That total losers.
I don't think anything like that would be caught close anywhere near where you'd have to go somewhere like Dallas or Austin close to me to find something like that. In Waco, Temple, you're not going to find a maid cafe. Even a pop-up.
No.
I want one to pop up in Laverdia.
Oh, that would be... I would pay so much to go just see what these people would say.
See,
what the goddamn hell?
The thing, though, about, like, rednecks in the country, when there's just nothing but internet around, a lot of them end up into anime. Like,
That's true.
I'd be more curious to see who would go to, like, be a part of the Maid Cafe. Like, all these girls that you knew back in high school that never left.
Ooh, yeah.
I could see it being young rednecks, but Lavernia is predominantly old rednecks, so they have no idea what the fuck the internet is. They just drink their Lone Star Light and sit on the porch.
There's Japanese people. I fought these Japanese.
What was that, Eric?
None. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maid cafes. Cat girls.
Yeah, I don't know how much this episode's been about family, but you know, we're working on it.
Yeah, we did a good amount about family, and the others were about fetishes. I think the two go hand in hand.
Family and fetish.
Yeah.
If Pornhub's to be believed, that's very common.
That was me trying to do the intro.
Now you need to title this episode "Derek Gets Expelled from School for Playing Intro During School Talent Show."
I saw that video. That was incredibly based, but
The one I saw that was based was the guy played it at his church.
oh no! Yes, that's like a
Was
straight
it
ticket.
that Catholic drummer school one?
It might be. It was just some dude. It was like his worship band. They were setting up there for like right before service, getting their sound check done, and he plays it.
Yo, that's like a straight ticket into heaven for sure. Like God, at that point, God just reaches his giant hand down, grabs him, and pulls him up.
It was based and red pilled.
Dude, you are incredibly based. I don't know why God sounds like Master Chief. To gamers, he does.
Maybe the real religion was Halo
heaven.
all along.
Ooh. All right, I guess we can.
But you want to? Yeah, I was
hop
about to say
in.
jump to questions because I got about 15 minutes left.
Okay, guys, we're about to enter the segment where you can. I don't know. I'm talking like that. Why I'm talking like this. You can send questions to us. We're gonna answer them for you. You can always send them to @HuggerDerek on Instagram or Twitter. I usually put a call out for questions, but if you want to just send them, and I'll just keep a stockpile of them, and we'll just answer them whenever. Maybe on episodes where we don't have a topic. And if
Do just like a whole Q&A.
there's a whole Q&A episode. We'll do that when we get famous.
So in like 45 years.
Exactly. That's when the podcast will finally pick up. But and if you know Colton in person, if you know the HEB he works at, you can find him and I don't know, throw a cucumber at him and ask him a question.
Please don't. That makes my job harder. Then I have to pick it up.
You know, it makes me harder. But yeah, so we're about to answer them right now. First question. Well, they're all three. There's only three of them. They're on Instagram. First question comes from. Give me 1 sec.
Oh, you Gucci?
At Zezus or Xezus. It's spelled Xeezus. As it's my buddy of mine named Xavier. He asks, "What makes someone your family? What's something a friend has done that made you be like, damn, this dude is my family now?"
I think it just boils down to like you trust that person with stuff that you don't trust most other people with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to agree with you, Colton. Like, just being able to open and be honest with people and just, like, know that, you know, even if things are looking like shit or, you know, you have shitty opinions or, you know, whatever, that they're going to, like, hold you accountable, but also, like, not judge you for having those thoughts or opinions, and you can just, like, be open with those people.
Yeah, like, I can be open about my love for Lion King with Colton, and he won't judge me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I disagree, but I understand.
Mm-hmm. I think what made us family is when we stayed at Texas State. That's what really truly evolved our friendship.
Yeah, like we were friends in high school, like especially that senior year. We had like six classes together or something.
It was to the point where I started referring to our classes as our classes.
Yeah, it was. I think the only one I didn't have you in was choir, and there was like one other elective that I don't think you were in, but everything else like we had together.
Mm-hmm. Because it was all of our GT classes and then a math class, right?
Yeah, it was a calculus we had together.
Yeah. Hated that class.
It was terrible.
I always mess with the teacher too. Like I pissed her off so much just by being
I just didn't give a shit in that class. It was the last period of the day, and like I was just like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah. And then me and Steven are family, blood wise and trusting wise, right, Steven?
Absolutely, Derek.
That took a while. That took a good while for you to agree.
He had to really think about it.
Well, Derek, with the magic of editing, you could have just cut out that silence and no one would have known, but
I'm going to keep
expose me for the world.
We leave everything on the cutting room floor, or off the floor, I guess.
Except that last episode.
Yeah. Listen, it wasn't my fault. The file's corrupted.
It died.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, Steven never judges me for my my love for anime and femboys, right?
Absolutely not. You know, honestly, with as much, well, you don't post as much anymore, but like as much shit as you used to share on social media, like I'm surprised that I don't judge you more.
It's true. Yeah. The thing is, I had to stop because my boss was like, "Hey, you really got to be careful, man."
You're representing this company at all times, Derek.
Yeah,
God,
it was
the fucking worst.
It was essentially like that talk, and I was like, oh, okay. So I now I just kind of just share memes. I don't really post much words anymore.
That's fair.
Yeah, now that I've started applying for jobs again, I've switched my profiles to all private and everything to be like friends only, and I'm like, all right, now my profiles like actually look appropriate for the masses.
It just pictures of you doing like you're at a table and you're writing stuff down like real professional.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Something like that. Whatever white people who are in charge want to see. I don't know.
They want to see you with not pictures of black people.
That won't be a problem because I don't think there's a single black person on any of my profiles because I've mostly lived with white people for the last decade.
I'm gonna edit myself into all of your photos somehow. I'm gonna hack into your account and I'm gonna Photoshop myself into all of your photos.
Dogs. Okay, quick story. Speaking of Photoshop, so in high school, this was after we stopped talking, but I have some German blood in me, but it's mostly Mexican. Like I'm a little white, like a quarter white.
Yeah, my mom always said we had German blood in us.
Yeah, I don't know where that shit came from. Definitely, I don't know. But
she said it was our great grandma.
My delightfully creative friends in high school nicknamed me Germexican, and one of my friends, very poorly when he was taking like digital graphic designers, whatever they called it in high school, photoshopped a Hitler mustache onto me.
Oh no.
And made me and we had a bet that if I posted and it got a certain amount of likes, I would make it my profile picture. So currently on my and I got it. So currently on my Facebook account, if you scroll like 10 years back, yeah, maybe even more, probably 11 years back at this point, I'll send it in the group chat. You can find a photoshopped photo of me with a grayscale Hitler mustache on my face.
Jesus Christ.
My lord. That's beautiful.
God, I gotta find. Derek, move on to the next question. I gotta find this shit now.
Okay.
The name Germexican is pretty incredible.
That's great. Especially for like high schoolers. That's really good.
Dude, yeah, this friend, he was a character. Good guy, like in hindsight, nice guy, but like way out there. Like super out there.
I feel like that's how people describe me.
Probably, I would believe that.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah,
I would say a lot. That is how I would describe you.
Just a lot.
Derek's a lot.
He's a lot. Love the guy. He's a lot though. The next question comes from Chunky.avocado1, my best friend Amanda on Instagram. She said, "Choose your favorite movie/show family to be a part of."
Ooh. That's actually a pretty good question.
Yeah, I told her when she said, I was like, that's a really good question. Maybe maybe like if I become part of Goku's family, that means I will have Saiyan blood in me, and that means I'll be a Saiyan and I'll have superpowers.
I want to be part of the PB&J Otter family just so I could be an otter.
Yo, no one else remembers that show.
That show was fantastic.
Do the noodle dance, bro. Like, come on, we need to bring that back.
So yeah, I'm going PB&J Otter.
I don't know, man. I really have to think about this.
Yo, you should be part of Dexter's family so you can.
No. I know we were going with that. No.
Yeah. So you can look at Dexter's mom, you know what I'm saying?
They're already. Man, what TV show family would I be a part of? You know, honestly, this might be a weird, underrated take, but either Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or Proud Family. Like, those were just two really strong, unique family dynamics.
It sounds like you want to be black.
I would go Fresh Prince solely because, like, the money.
Yeah, and then Uncle Phil was just always full of such wisdom.
Yeah, we'll go Fresh
The dude
Prince.
could play pool.
Mm-hmm. I remember that episode, yeah.
That's, like, my favorite bit.
Yeah, Fresh Prince, final answer.
Dragon Ball Z, final answer.
PB&J Otter, final answer.
He could be
All right, guys, I found the photo. Prepare yourselves.
Oh,
This is also.
I'm gonna make it.
This is also me in high school. This is not going to be what you think I'd look like.
I'm going to put it as
live
a thumbnail.
reaction, guys.
Like,
all right.
Have you seen those memes where it's like live slug reaction? Wait, I can't see. Oh, wow. It looks kind of real. Not gonna lie.
It's.
Dog, I'm not 100% sure, but I think he like photoshopped my lips to move down a little bit because I never noticed how unnaturally large that space between my nose and my lips are.
If he did that in black and white, just because you can tell the area right around the mustache is a little lighter. If he did that black and white, that would be
that'd be good. Young Hitler, black and white, 1941.
Yeah, dude, this was April 30th, 2012.
Jesus,
God.
10 years ago. Can I make this the part of the thumbnail?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just don't include my last name with this so it can't be traced back to me.
I'll be like, featuring Steven
blank.
I was going to say it so that I could bleep it out and it'll be a funny edit, but that's a lot of work. Like that time that you kept saying our teacher's name, Colton.
Oh yeah,
I had to bleep it out.
I wanted to say it again right now just to fuck with you, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I messaged her the other day, like not in a weird way, but like I was like, "Hey," she posted something about her dogs, and I was like, "Oh, cute doggos."
Did she respond?
Yeah, she said something. Let's see.
Why the fuck you keep posting all this horny shit? God damn it!
Listen, don't worry about it. Did I post something horny?
No, I was just assuming.
Oh,
that's what she would have said.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll find it later, I guess. But yeah.
Were you like, what that butt do?
Like, I remember when you were talking about her husband, so like going to because they were going on vacation, right? And you were talking about them having sex.
Oh, I straight up asked her because they went camping in the mountains, and I was like, "How was banging in the in the freezing cold?" And she's like, "It was good."
I was like, "Yeah, we were 18. It's fine." I remember I had it for junior year, and like I would literally just like stare at her. And so,
she would wear yoga pants to school. It was so not.
And I was
she knew what she was doing.
Dog, we all had teachers like that.
Yeah,
I remember I had one. Oh man, she taught. I won't say her name, but she taught geometry. Her husband was a coach who also taught history. I had both of them the same year. And so whenever I'd finish in his class, I'd usually go back to her class and because I was like advanced, I'd always have extra work that I couldn't finish in class. So I'd just do it then. But this woman always wore like tight dress shirts with like all her like buttons undone. And then it was just like every ninth grader's perfect teacher to have. It was, oh my God, literally the worst, but also the best.
Yep.
There was one professor. There was one I'm gonna have to say the name so that you know Colton. But I'm.
Did we have her together?
No. I don't think she was avid, so I don't think.
Oh. Okay.
And she also took care of like the people in ISS. That's how I met her because I got in trouble once. But her name was Miss. Do you remember her?
I know the name. I don't remember what she looked like.
Yeah, she came by and she comes by the theater like pretty semi regularly. And like she came with a new boyfriend, and she's just caked up for no reason.
What you doing with all that ass?
This is double cheeked up.
Looking like a double wide surprise. God damn.
I love Meat Canyon.
when I moved out of San Antonio to Floresville, where I was in 7th going to 8th grade, we had this teacher who was my U.S. history. I don't know what the fuck whatever social studies we took in 8th grade. But she was like fresh out of college, like you could tell, like still very ditzy, doe-eyed, like pretty much. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure it was her first year as a teacher. Well, she kind of bounced around the coaches department for a little while, if you know what I mean. Before
she did.
Yeah, before she finally settled down with the guy, one of the other coaches when I was in high school. But I always remember that class because that was the first time I'd ever openly heard a fellow classmate ask a teacher if she could sleep with him.
Oh my god!
Dude, damn!
The mad lad.
Dude, it was wild. Like,
what did she say?
She said something along the lines of "That's not appropriate. We can talk about it later," or something like that.
Why would she add that part? Why would she say that last part?
Dude, that was like 15 years. I don't fucking. It was a long time ago. I don't entirely remember, but yeah, it was just like one of those comments. Like everyone's like, "Oh," and then like she was like, whatever. We're gonna move on to the next thing. But it was an interesting one, and I mean, don't get me wrong, she was fine as fuck, but like,
you wouldn't say it,
Yeah, like there's locker room
not
talking.
to a teacher.
Yeah, man, different strokes, different times.
Jesus, yeah, I bet. We have one final question. It's from our Mad Lad friend at Zach.Shazam that always asks the great questions. He said, what if Shemp, the character from Three Stooges, what if Shemp and Michael Morbius were your gay dads?
Why did he pick Shemp?
He has fascination with that character.
Because that's the one that replaced
Whatever
somebody. One left, right?
Yeah.
Because one of the originals left and they replaced him with him.
It was never as good.
I don't know, that just might be. I feel like I would be really fucked up as a person.
I feel like it would be really nice because I mean you got your comedy side and then you have your side that teaches you how to fight, how to be a vampire.
I think I'd start listening to the Smiths and become a male manipulator.
Ooh.
I feel like you'd be perfectly primed to be poor Batman if they both died.
Oh, it's like a really tragic backstory. It's like one of my fathers was a comedian. The other one was a vampire. They were shot in cold blood in the back alley of a 7-Eleven.
What were they doing in the back alley of a 7-Eleven?
Don't ask questions you're not ready to. Oh, I like that. That's good. They were engaging in a giant orgy in the back of a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I was about to say it's only drugs or sex that happen in the back alley of a 7-Eleven. So
and tiny tacos.
The prophecy has come true.
The prophecy has come. All right. Well, that was nice. That was all of our questions. That was a nice little episode.
Yeah, I do like these shorter ones. It seems nice. It's easy.
Yeah. Steven, thank you for coming on.
Yes, thank you very much.
Of course, yeah.
It's been great. We'll have to have you back on at some point when we discuss something.
The Lord of the Rings specials we're gonna do.
Oh God! I actually, you know what? That's not a bad idea because I've never seen them, and I might have to like. It'd be
I've
nice
never
to get like
I've never seen them, so
they're actually very good. I would definitely recommend.
And then we will do the Chronicles of Narnia special after.
Hey, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was a great movie.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
It's great. My dad took me to see it, but only because he was like, "This is educational because Jesus." I heard a comment on the internet a while back, and it was like, "Yes, you must follow the ways of Jesus. Either read the Bible or you can just read Chronicles of Narnia. They're basically the same thing." But yeah, so thanks for listening, guys. If you guys don't know, I do have a new video that I posted about Morbius. Speaking of Michael Morbius, I don't know if you guys have watched it.
I have not.
I have heard enough horrible things that I want to never go anywhere near it.
It's a video on how Sony can save Morbius too. It's basically my ideas.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything. I haven't watched the movie, so I haven't watched anything about the movie.
Yeah, it's like what they can do to make a good sequel.
Oh, okay, that actually could be very interesting. I will check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, listening, if you want to check that out, go to the Hugger Derek YouTube channel. Also, you can just subscribe to the Hugger Derek YouTube channel for podcasts and videos. And you can follow us on Spotify at Huggercast. Just look up Huggercast. And on Apple Podcasts as well. We're there. Leave us a review. Leave us some good reviews. It helps the algorithm. Leave us 5 stars or whatever it is Apple uses to quantify how much people like and listen to something.
5 cookcocks out of 5 cookcocks.
I give that one five tight bussies out of 5. And and send me questions. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at HuggerDerek. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah,
and this is a perfect time because I have to go to work now.
Colton's
later, everybody.
He's gonna go and you know what he does for work, guys. You know.